Joining us tonight is Ric Grenell, former acting director of the National Intelligence and former U.S. ambassador to Germany, now senior advisor to the Republican National Committee. Ric, great to have you with us. And John Ratcliffe releasing documents today for John Durham. And my first question has to be to you. Why is he announcing he's releasing documents and supports John Durham at this moment? That has, to me, been a little confusing. Can you help us out?
Well, first of all, Lou, there are thousands of documents that need to be declassified and that need to be given to Congress, the Senate, to Durham, to investigators and those in oversight positions, because we just haven't had the ability to be transparent yet. Washington has tried to spoon feed this information for a very long time, and it's the ways of Washington. They try to wear out the public so that when you hear Russian collusion after them spending 3 years talking about it, now the public is dismissive, or reporters are even dismissive. And so they wear you down. This is the Washington way. But I will say this. We have not seen how the Russian collusion investigation, how it started. And that's the key. We've had a lot of career intelligence officials stand up from the very beginning and say that this was Russian propaganda from the very beginning. And those voices have not had their day in court. They have not been able to share completely what they warned against. Those individuals leading the intelligence agencies during the Obama era silenced those voices. Those career intelligence officials were silenced. And so all we're trying to do now is be transparent, and it certainly has gotten a lot of people in Washington upset. Whenever you try to be transparent, Washington, D.C. types don't like it because they like to control the narrative, control the information, and hand it out in little ways so that they can spin it. We've seen Schiff do it. We've seen Samantha Power do it. We've seen Susan Rice do it. We've seen Brennan and Comey. This is a whole cast of characters. And I'll tell you why this really matters, Lou, is that the American people need to know that their government doesn't have leaders that weaponize the powers of government against their political enemies. This is the type of thing that when it happens in foreign countries, we condemn it. I spent 11 years at the State Department, and when we would see opposition folks in other countries do these types of tactics, we would condemn it.
Ric, to me, it's a little simpler than that. And I want to first, when I say this, commend you for breaking wide open the issue of transparency and declassifying documents and recognizing the American public's right to know. But this is very simple to me because we have a smoking gun now, and those are the notes of John Brennan that John Ratcliffe has released. That declassified and released, that is a smoking gun if I've ever seen one. And the reaction of the national left-wing media is what it's always been. It isn't just about slow walking. It's not just about slow walling and stonewalling. The Democratic Party is responsible, along with the deep state, for an effort to, first of all, block a presidential candidate through not only surveillance, but an actual espionage operation against that campaign, and also trying to overthrow a president of the United States. There's nothing subtle or nuanced or clever about it. They were about as bold and irresponsible as you could be. And there's only one reason that professionals would be that brash and that irresponsible, and that is they knew they were untouchable. And they've proved for 4 years they're untouchable. Don't you agree?
Yeah, look, I do agree, and this is the exact ways of Washington that I'm speaking of. This is how it always works. Thank God we have Donald Trump, who is somebody who is the complete outsider, who doesn't put up with all of this. And we still have individuals within the intelligence community who are hell-bent on making sure that all of the information doesn't come out. And what you talk about, this handwritten notes, this is one of those Nancy Pelosi hair salon moments. When Brennan was confronted with the notes, what did he do? He blamed those who gave the notes out, just like how Nancy Pelosi went after the salon owner. This is what they do in Washington. Instead of talking about transparency in the information, they attack the messenger. I saw Michael Hayden on Twitter going after me and calling me, ridiculous names, personal attacks, all because we were calling for transparency. This is really something that I think we're at the point, we don't need the media anymore. We need action from the Department of Justice to look at this and to say who did what illegally and prosecute them.
And 27 days to election, Rick, our final question. You get the last word here. Will William Barr and John Durham actually have the guts and the principle to move that information and bring charges against those who are obviously chargeable of great offenses against this country? Will they act?
Well, let's remember that this information that we just got from D&I Ratcliffe has been declassified just recently. These are documents that we've been trying to get for a very long time declassified. So Durham is just getting some of this information now, not because of anyone's fault, not because of Durham or DOJ foot dragging, but because the bureaucracy of the intelligence agencies is very good at stonewalling, and it takes people to dig deep and to put people in a corner to get this out. I have every confidence that Bill Barr knows exactly how to follow the facts, and that he will, and that Durham is not paying attention to the election, that he will continue to do his work, and regardless of the political outcome, we will see the facts come forward.
Well, the hell with regardless of the political outcome, because the essential truth is that this is a moment in which this country will decide who we are and what we will be. And God help us if we permit the Justice Department in any form or fashion to think it has license to carry out a year-long investigation and don't have the capacity for alacrity in a moment of great national need. If they don't, damn their hides, Rick. I can't soft pedal it. I'm sorry. Ric Grenell, thanks for all you've done for the country. We appreciate it and look forward to all you'll do.